This tech tip will cover how to use the Notes feature in VDA. Notes are user-created text boxes with leader lines and arrows, enabling users to add specific information relating to the point in the recording. There are two methods for adding a note. The first method is to select Active Graph, then go to Add Note. This option places the arrow at the center of the active graph. The second method is to right-click within the graph and select Add Note from the context menu. An arrow is placed at the mouse cursor location when the right-click action is performed. Adding a note automatically activates the Enable Editing of Notes feature. As long as the Enable Editing of Notes option is enabled, users can add additional notes by placing the leader point at the cursor location and double-clicking. Turning off the Enable Editing of Notes option allows users to reposition the active cursor within the graph by double-clicking. Toolbar Notes Options. The Data Analyzer toolbar contains two Notes buttons for controlling visibility and editing notes within the graph. These buttons are found near the right end of the toolbar. The first button is Enable Editing of Notes. This option enables editing the text box and allows moving the note object. This function is active when a box appears around the icon. The second button is Hide Notes. This option toggles visibility of all notes in the graph areas. This function is active when a box appears around the icon and no notes appear in the graphs. Moving a note. Moving a note requires enabling the Enable Editing of Notes. Then, hover the mouse cursor over the note until the four-way arrow displays. Selecting and dragging the note by the text box allows moving the text and stretching the leader lines while the arrow point remains anchored. Selecting and dragging the leader line allows moving the whole note object to a new location. Deleting a note. Notes can be deleted via two methods. First method is to right-click on the note box and select Delete Note from the context menu. The second method is to select View, then Notes Window. Notes Window functions will be covered in this video in just a moment. Editing a note. Notes can be edited via two methods. The first method is to enable editing via the Toolbar button. This allows users to select a note box to edit and displays the Notes Properties window. The note box allows multi-line text as well as the cutting, copying, and pasting of text into the text box. The second method is to use the Notes window. This can be opened by selecting View, then Notes Window. Please note, the Notes window is only accessible via the View menu. The Notes window displays all notes added to the graphs from all pages within the active file and allows editing and deleting of the notes. The following can be done using the Notes window. Search. Users can search by typing the first few characters of the first word in the Notes text string. Please note, search string is case sensitive and automatically filters the list to display notes matching the search string. Checkbox column. Users can select a checkbox next to a note for deletion. The header checkbox allows users to select all boxes. Remove selected button. The Remove Selected button deletes any notes that were selected in the checkbox column. Notes are permanently deleted after clicking OK or click Cancel to undo deleting selected notes. It is important to note this option does not confirm action prior to deleting the notes, so please use with caution. Text column. This column displays the note box text. Users can double-click on the text to edit the note via this text column. Page column. Displays the page name of the graph containing the note. Graph column. Displays the graph name where the note resides. Time column. Displays the timeline placement of the note. Users can double-click on the time to edit the note's position on the x-axis timeline. OK button. Closes the Notes window and applies any changes. Cancel button. Closes the Notes window and cancels any changes. Note, text, and time columns can be used to sort notes in ascending and descending order. Note properties. The Edit Note Properties window appears when enabling editing of notes is active and a note is selected. The Properties window allows editing the display aspects of the selected note. Drop-down fields allow setting the font type, font style, and font size. There are 3 buttons for configuring text colors. Buttons opens a color palette for setting font, box outline, leader line, and background color. Color palettes have an alpha slider bar for setting object transparency for viewing trace lines behind note box and arrow line.